Next, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with the flooring in here. So temporarily, I am gonna keep this carpet, but eventually I'm going to be replacing it and doing probably hardwood throughout the entire first floor. But I have to move some things around in other rooms in order to do that. So for now, I'm just leaving this, but I am going to slice this all the way down because I want my bottom plate to sit on the subfloor. If you were keeping this carpet, let's say, you could technically build a wall right on top of this. That's totally up to you. Some people don't like doing that. The only reason I would say not to do that, or the only circumstance, is if it's a concrete floor, especially in a basement. If you sandwich that carpet under the bottom plate, you can have moisture build up in there and cause all kinds of problems. So if you were keeping this and you didn't want to have a seam in the doorway, then you would want to take your measurements for your frame and measure that out, and then cut the carpet if you wanted to put the wall on top of the subfloor and not on top of the carpet. And of course, if you have other flooring like hardwood floor, you can just go right on top of that. But in my case, I'm gonna measure where I want the wall over here, and then over there, I'm gonna snap a line and I'm gonna cut this carpet all the way, fold it back so I can attach right to the subfloor. So I've decided to put my wall basically right here. This would be the start of the 2x4, and then this would be the edge of it. So I'm just gonna measure this way and do 3.5 inches. That's my 2x4. And then I'm gonna measure to this wall over here, and that is 76.25. So I wanna take that same measurement and mark it on the other side. 76.25. And then that is going to be right there. Now I'm going to take a level, and I'm going to plumb this line up a little bit. And the reason I'm doing that is to get over the heat, so I can take a measurement and make sure that I'm even in this room. So I want the wall to be nice and even and square. So that is 82.25. We'll check the other side. Let's go in here. See how close we are. 82.75. So I'm a 1/2 inch off. So here's what I'm gonna do in order to figure this out. I'm going to put a nail right here on that line, and then do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna take a chalk line. I'm not gonna snap anything yet. I'm gonna wrap it around here. So for me, it's more important for these rooms over here to be square. I have a bunch of stuff going in here. I have plans. This stuff needs to be nice and square. So I'm gonna go off of these walls to see if I can get a nice straight line and kind of split the difference. Be good over there and over here. But this is where it's more important, so I'm gonna measure this. I'll just go off the baseboard like this, and then to that chalk line is 75.5. I'll go just to the other side of the door. That is 75.5. So that's perfect for that room. These are gonna be separate rooms. And then right here, I'll check. It's 75 5/8, an 1/8 inch off of that room. And then right here, 75 and just about 5/8. So I'm okay with it. If this is off a little bit, that's fine. So now that I know that that's where my wall's going, I can lower this chalk line, put some tension on it, and snap this line. There we go. So now I'm gonna try and get the carpet off of the tack strip like that. And I'm gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna use a hooked blade to try and cut this carpet right down that line. Doesn't have to be perfect, but if I cut it on this line, at least one of these sides, I won't have to cut again, hopefully, when I put the 2x4 in there. This works pretty good. So now I'm gonna fold this carpet back just enough so it's out of the way. And I'm gonna take some 3-inch construction screws to just hold it out of the way like that. Now I'm gonna cut this carpet pad back. Again, doesn't need to be perfect. Give an inch or so past that line. Give myself plenty of working room. Make sure all these staples are up. Just make sure nothing's in your way. Now I'm going to get this tack strip out of the way. And on the other side. One more time. Put the chalk line on that nail. Ooh, I got a lot of chalk in here. Around this nail. Nice and tight. Snap-a-lappa. And then just make sure you're on the right side. Obviously, you can't go on that side. And then we can take these nails out.